Hello, Mechwarriors, and welcome to the Mechbay, where we fix your mech and fix your game. What's going on, Mechwarriors? I'm your host, Josh, and riding shotgun with me today, I've got the bad boys, Dustin and Denham themselves. What's going on, gentlemen?
Hanging out. Lots of yard work today. But
oh, man.
Yard work and a games played segment. We'll wait.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
I have been thinking of little else but BattleTech since we last met. So,
I mean, it's so hard to get BattleTech out of our brains with this brand new Roadmap 2022, early 2023 that just dropped. I mean, I was going to announce the secret to winning BattleTech 100% of the time, but
this is more important.
This is more important. This is how to put our hard-earned C bills into someone else's pocket.
So we'll have to wait. Have to wait on the secrets of BattleTech victory.
Yeah. But let's get a little coolant flowing because we've got a little. I mean, technically,
this actuators lubricated.
Yeah, this entire episode will pretty much be hobby news, but let's talk about some games played and hobby progress before we get to that. So, Dustin, you're stinking up your cockpit, coming in sweaty and hot from your games today.
Shout out to Obsidian Anubis, a listener of ours who happens to be local. Great vibes. I got to run two new Ill-Clan they're Ill-Clan, they're new variants, and a third Ill-Clan variant that I've already run, that Trebuchet that I'm falling in love with. But yeah, had a great game.
Give me the high, low, and what'd y'all do?
We did a little play test of one of the missions I plan on running. I think I got lucky with my roll. I brought some heavy hitters today, and we got the mission that I designed to reward a heavy-hitting list. So my list performed pretty all right. There's some buildings you got to blow up, and I had the capability of landing 4 AC-20 rounds in a turn. My UAC, I had a UAC 20 jam.
Hold up, Denham is shaking his head.
Round turn 5 had a UAC 20 jam. It's the first time I've had that happen, but it was great. That's the trade-off with the UACs. And the King Crab.
Clear that round.
That's right. Ran the King Crab 011 as well. The extra range with the LB20s. What's not to like? Plasma rifle. I mean, and 4.6 with mask. I think you were saying today that's an illegal King Crab.
No crab should run that heavy, should run that fast.
It's got an XXL, but it's got more than enough heat sinks to handle what it's dishing out. So great variant, 2,400. You pay for it, but it was he was the bully of the field today. The Hunchback C is an angry clan medium inside of a dinky inner sphere medium body. With those medium pulses, the ER small and the UAC 20 was great. Ran the Battle Cobra X Dark Age variant. Improved heavy medium lasers are neat. And yeah, what's that Trebuchet? It's a 9 something, whatever. VSPs, medium VSPs, and LRM-15 clan spec. Had fun.
That's dirty. That whole list is so dirty.
I was definitely inspired by our last recording. I was like, let's go Denham with this one. Start with the Striker and build backwards. The King Crab was the last mech I added to my list.
But it works, right? It was a fun build, right?
Yeah, it was great. What were you shaking your head about, Denham?
I was in a King Crab, and for one of my missions, fired both arms, both AC-20s, hit twice.
Oh, yeah.
Against a mech that was in partial cover, and rolled a 5 and a 9 both times.
So 4?
80 points. 80 points into the hill.
Them's the ropes sometimes.
Yeah.
That dirt's gonna really need some extra repairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. They won that mission too, but barely. In the middle of the map, I had a King Crab, I had an Annihilator, and I had 2 SRM-6 carriers that they had to move past.
Why do you hate your players?
That's rough.
It is super rough.
What did they do?
Daddy, I don't want to escape.
Their BV for 5 mechs is something like 70,000. It's great. I don't know if it's really 70,000. It's a lot. It's very high.
Yeah, I have thoughts. If you're doing multiple person campaigns, it's everyone should be roughly the same BV, so everyone can take on anything. And if there's like a big power gap, like, yeah, I'm in an Atlas, I'm a 2-3, and like someone else is like, yeah, I'm a 3-4 in a light mech. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Someone's moving that seesaw too far one way or another.
It's a hard balancing act, especially if you're writing them by hand. It's a lot to think about.
Oh yeah. All right. Anyone got any hobby progress? Anyone put any paint on plastic this week?
No, I was just saying I bought more plastic.
Oh my gosh, why are you're the worst. But what did you buy? What did you buy?
Yeah, what'd you buy?
I bought a case of salvage mechs from my local store. Yeah, they come in the brick of 9. So I bought some. I haven't done anything with them yet. I got some plans.
All right. Y'all got gambling problems.
No. Okay, so here's what I'm doing with them is that we split off into groups of 4.
Uh-huh.
Everybody opens one box. Your skills are based on the weight of your mech. Okay. So 4 people play in a free-for-all match. The winner gets to pick which mech he wants to take home. The second place gets second pick, third place third pick, fourth place fourth pick. So everybody goes home with a new mech, but the winner takes
it's
first.
Like a draft. Yeah, cool. I thought I only had to paint one mech for my game this week, the King Crab, but I also forgot that I put a Battle Cobra in there. So I got a Battle Cobra partially painted, and I painted up a King Crab. I think I'm done with the King Crab. Yeah, that was my hobbying, I think. Yeah, that was about it.
King Crab looks crisp though. Like
it looks amazing.
I was looking for something else, as one does at the hobby store. And I was like, what's this? I forgot the name of the brush style. Usually we get the round brushes, which are not really round. They're very pointy, especially in the sizes we use. I got a filbert or something. It's kind of like dome flat shovel tip shaped, like a blunt shovel tip. And I load one side with the highlight and I load the other side of the brush with the low light. And I'm throwing those gradients on there in like record time. So I'm pretty hyped on that. I've had to like completely redo my style for the new plastic. I'm needing to embrace the greebles and just like, you got to outline everything. You got to ink, put in the black between all the panel lines. They paint up differently. I'm trying to adjust to the new plastic. I'm getting there. Yeah. So anyways, thank you for the compliments, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. The rust on there is fantastic.
That blending, that white to gray. Someone would think you've listened to our last episode on,
I have not yet, but
no, you haven't. So,
do you listen to the podcast? Nah.
If anybody listening wants to see it, it is in the Hobby Progress on the Discord.
Oh, that one going on the Facebook, boys. Don't worry.
People are going to be able to triangulate when we're recording based on when I posted this picture.
But no, that looks great. And it was super nice to see it on the table. Wrecking face.
Boom, boom. Bzz, bzz is the plasma rifle, by the way.
But yeah, I got some painting in too.
Nice.
I've been taking our painting episode to heart. I mean, I actually had a few people say they really, really liked it, really needed that like push into like harder concepts. So one thing I've been working on is pushing contrast. That was like my big takeaway.
Nice.
And not using metallics. So these are no metallics except for the window. I was like, I'm not going to jewel it because I kind of like the like weird metallic shimmer effect.
You do the like yellow gold cockpits on your Comstar /
Yeah, I like that like kind of brownish reflective. It's kind of like the Master Chief helmet look. Like it's gold, good. But it's not like super metallic-y.
The astronaut, visor look. Yeah,
thermal shielding.
There you go.
But yeah, so I got my Black Knight, my Archer, and my Phoenix Hawk done. They are completely based. They are contrast pushed. They got decals on everything. Like they are DONE done.
Done, baby.
My Black Knight, he's stepping on like one of your misprinted 3D printed guys. And
is it one of those foxes?
Yeah, it's one of those foxes.
Nice.
It's a garbage mech, so it might as well be nice display terrain.
That's right.
Yeah, so I did a quick up on him. I got my smallest brush, non-oil, and just literally tracing over everything in between armor panels. Like it's very different than just dry brush over and kind of call it a day. These plastic mechs, you really have to get in there. You
got to get in the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
They're greebled.
They are
You gotta learn to live with the greebles.
But one new thing I'm trying is fire and smoke effects. Trying the like cotton ball and Q-tips. Yeah, so painting up Q-tip strands, so it looks
Sorry,
like fire
cotton
and smoke.
swabs, because I don't think we're
So yeah, so I'm trying that. So I tried some on the wrecked fox. That's terrain essentially, and that looks good. I want to like brighten that up a little bit for the fire. But I'm thinking I'll do the archer instead of like painting up missiles. I'll just have like smoke shooting out of it, maybe out the back. I don't know.
Nice.
What do you think? Front or back for smoke out of an archer? Missiles?
Both. With
yeah.
missiles, little missiles on the front of the front smoke.
But yeah, so like I said, that was my big thing. I've wanted to get like an entire like showpiece tabletop grade lance together, and I think these are it.
Nice. I like that little. Was it 56? That little freehand.
Oh my
number
god!
you did?
Yeah, I'm working on doing freehands because it's one of those things like it's a little anxiety inducing, and putting a unit number on an armor panel for a Phoenix Hawk, like they're like less than a millimeter across. So
oh yeah, I'm impressed. I was inspired by your little tiny numbers. I got a little magnifying glass. Initially, I always think the magnifying glass is kind of silly, but I've been using it. Those give me a headache. Denham is holding up the kind that it's strapped to your forehead. In my industry, those are called Becker checkers.
That doesn't affect me that way. I would go nuts if it did.
But I got the old. It's a smaller desktop one, but magnifying glass with the light on it. I painted through it, little, picking up those little lines of stuff. And I'm like, my eyes are good. This is lame. And then I used it for like an hour and I'm like, you know what? Actually, this is good. I like it. Magnifying glass.
When you get to be my age, you need all the magnification you can get.
Was it magnify, enhance, sharpen?
The biggest advice I could give on doing like freehand decals like that is if it's a little bit larger, go over it with like one shade of whatever the base coat is, like darker, so you have like a little bit of an outline. So if you mess up, like it's not like you can just leave that and people's eyes are going to focus on the darker, like what's like 5 steps past that.
Oh, so you do like a test run.
Yeah, do like a test thing just to get the outline, make sure you have enough space, because if you don't have space, then just go back over it with your normal layer color.
Oh, okay.
For the Phoenix Hawk, there was not enough room. I tried doing that and I was like, I can't see the difference. So I just had to go straight from white to black. Like I was like, all in. We're doing this. Yeah.
We're going in.
It looks great. So good job.
Yeah, no.
It looks awesome.
So I don't know what's next. I probably need to clean my palette from Comstar and go back to some Sea Foxes for a little bit.
There you go.
I think it's time to get ready to talk about the rest of today's segment, which is hobby news.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah. So let's get right into this. HPG is fully charged, so let's use these minutes wisely. So Catalyst dropped their entire new roadmap on April 22nd. So, quote, "We have a huge update for you today." And it is a huge update indeed.
I was going to say girthy, but there's a whole story behind that with an old roommate. And I had an old roommate that was...
I don't want to know.
He was like a sheltered kid. And he would say, Oscar Mayer Wiener, girthy, girthy, girthy. And he would use it out of context. I'm like, you can't call things girthy, man. Like there's a So you said there's a big drop, and I was like, there's a girthy drop today.
All of our listeners are now dumber for having to listen to that.
Yeah. Shout out to my old roommate. So yeah, girthy update from Catalyst.
But yeah, so first off, we've got restocks. Everyone loves restocks. Biggest restock news, Game of Armor Combat is coming back. I've had like multiple people actually email us, hey, how do I get people into BattleTech when the only things are beginner box set and clan invasion box set? And I'm like, find a Game of Armor Combat wherever you can. It's finally coming back. So
interesting news. I don't know if you read, but they had mentioned that their most recent print run of Game of Armored Combat was the biggest print run of any BattleTech IP product ever. And that's including the first run or whatever through the different companies, WizKids, Catalyst, Vaza.
This is the new like poster boy of BattleTech is the Game of Armored Combat. That's awesome.
They ordered enough to like, it's the biggest order ever. So it's a good time.
25,000. This isn't millions. Like 25,000. They have a total of like 40,000 out in the wild today, That's over all of the different orders that they've made. So this one is more than twice as much as the entire last order because they keep doubling it like every time.
Every time they order it?
Yes.
And that's a lot of sweaty BattleTech nerds in the wild.
It's 25,000 more copies being distributed.
Nah, that's great.
So we've got that to look forward to. More Clan Invasion box sets. Good news. I think those have... I don't want to say they're moving slower, but I think everyone got those in the Kickstarter, so they can stay on the shelves a little bit.
Probably.
A little bit more endurance. Got new Alpha Strike Succession cards coming back. Alpha Strike Clan Invasion cards, all of that. New Total Warfare Tech Manual. Battle Mech Manual.
Got the reprints. All right.
Yeah, reprints are great.
These do not have new art?
No.
The ones that Josh just mentioned are being reprinted, but not with new art.
All right, we've got Alpha Strike Commanders Edition, reprint, great. Strategic Operations, Aerospace Rules, Interstellar Operations and Alternate Eras, the vintage cover, reprint. And of course, after all that paper, let's get to some plastic. We've got the Wolfhound 2C premium miniature coming back in stock.
It's back in stock right now.
Yeah, so that's pretty much everything. Like I'm trying to think what on their web store that wasn't like a Kickstarter exclusive would be out of.
The initiative deck is not a Kickstarter exclusive, and it is still out of stock.
That's literally what I was just going to ask.
I did snag another one when I could a few weeks ago.
Nobody needs to know that you're just holding on to product.
Bro, you're hoarding them?
I really am. But I keep checking, just in case.
Next time I see you, it's a trial of possession.
Well bargained and done.
Okay.
The question is what Dustin will be giving into Denham after that.
Oh, yeah. I'm not offering anything.
That's a nice car, Dustin.
I think my car is worth less than that.
I was about to say, I've seen your car.
I don't think you want my car. Like, no, you can have it back, dude.
Unrelated. I walked past your car today and I was like, yep, that's a bucket of fuses on the front dashboard.
I'm waiting for it to die, literally. It's been knocking for about 20,000 miles and I'm waiting for it to shoot a rod through the hood.
Are we rolling motive crits or not?
Every day.
Every day.
I pray to the dice gods and I roll them and I drive.
God has let me live another day and I'm about to make it everyone's problem. But anyways, yeah, so that is a lot. Like we said, Game of Armor Combat, 25,000.
No, that's right. And some plastic.
But
wait, there's more.
Yeah. So that's the stuff we already knew about and just coming back in stock. So I'm going to say everyone should grab another Game of Armor Combat. Just hold on it and give it to someone for Christmas or birthday or Christmas in July. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah. I mean, my spare box I keep on hand.
Oh my God. Do you both hoard stuff?
No.
Okay. So Game of Armor Combat. Yeah. I've probably bought 6 of them. I have given 4 of them away.
Yeah.
Like as gifts. Yeah, no. I buy those to give away.
Yeah, I buy them to sell to prospective players on that day. I think I talked about this in a prior episode, but yeah. I order a new one, sell them that one. But I've been out, so I'll be picking up another one for that purpose.
I don't have a closet full of them. I continuously buy them and give them away.
Y'all got issues.
Not a hoarder, you're just Santa Claus.
I am. I want people to play, and sometimes that's the only way I can get them to play is if I buy it for them.
I would play, but I don't have this initiative deck. Yes, you ain't playing, kid. All right. So after all that, we have new stuff. We've got novels.
How many novels?
I don't know. Looks like 6. We got 6 to start with. We got the last 6 Dark Age novels being re-released. So we've got Masters of War, we've got A Rending of Falcons, we've got Pandora's Gambit, Fire at Will, The Last Charge, and To Ride the Chimera. So this is great. They understand, I guess, people want to reread the Dark Age. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, they've been reprinting all of the They've been reprinting all of the Dark Age novels for a while now. They just
updated art. Yeah,
they're just down to the last 6. So that's it. Once that's done, they've got reprints of all of that. Then everyone can just read all the Ill Clan stuff, which is still being published. But we have more than just the 6 Dark Age novels. Those are just the ones that that are in that group.
There's more.
Oh yeah. We've also got current and other era novels. We have Redemption Rights coming out in April. We've got Land of Dreams, which is the Founding of the Clans trilogy. It's the third book in that trilogy. So that's coming out next month in May. That's coming out in May.
Oh man, book club, here we come.
I know. And then later on, there's a couple other novels. There's A Question of Survival. There's the Damocles Sanctioned.
I think that's it. They just have the past the Hour of the Wolf. They have one they've already announced in this most recent Ill-Clan era novel that they announced in their big their girthy dump.
Yeah, but if you've read all the novels and you're looking for more, they are still making Shrapnel. Episodes 9 and 10 are coming out this year. That's full of short stories and different weapons, mechs, all kinds of cool stuff in there. So definitely pick up your copies of Shrapnel, support those authors, get a lot more BattleTech fiction. It's fantastic.
I keep buying the Shrapnels. I keep not reading them. I just really need to set aside time to read them.
Yeah, same thing. I've been reading. I've been good about reading my Dark Age fiction, but my BattleTech fiction. I just haven't been doing the Shrapnel books. I'll get there. I'll get to them. They're so bite size.
Yeah, I've been bad. I've been going back in time and reading old stuff like Mechwarrior the RPG lore.
Nice.
Yeah. But anyway, so a lot of books. Dustin, what novel are you most looking forward to out of all that?
The Ill-Clan stuff. I'm into the Ill-Clan stuff. I've been on the Discord if you join us for book club. Right now doing Proliferation Cycle, but I'm hoping we pick one of the Ill-Clan novels, Ill-Clan era novels here shortly, so I can kind of read past the Hour of the Wolf. So I don't remember the title of the book you just talked about, but those two that have been announced and just announced today, those are the ones I'm most excited about.
What about you, Denham?
I'm looking forward to Masters of War by Stackpole, because that's the next one in the timeline of books that I've been reading. And that's the one that's not released. So as soon as that's released, I can continue on.
Oh. You mad lad from start to finish. Did you really start with the GDL decision at Thunderlit Rift?
There is technically a book before that, but I was not able to get a hold of it.
Is that the one that's the estate won't let people print it?
Correct.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yep. But yes, I started with the Grey Death Legion trilogy, and I'm here. I'm at Masters of War now. It's something like 137 books or something like that.
But the Proliferation Cycle short stories take place before all of that.
I already read them. I'm ready.
Don't even try me, son.
I read a lot, Dustin. I read a lot.
Yeah, you do.
Elected to read, not to lead. All right. So, like I said, a lot of paper, a lot of good lore to catch up on, a lot of new lore to get your feet wet into. So let's switch back over to plastic. What else we got? We got a premium Mad Cat. Oh, that's right.
Is it the A? Is it the A, Josh? Is it my Mad Cat A?
I'm sorry, son.
Don't do this to me. Don't do it, Sarge. Say it isn't so. Well, which one is it?
The Mad Cat TC, the temporary configuration used on Tukid.
It's half an A. It's got the SRM6 streak pods, but it has two of them instead of one of them. I don't need to chop them up. I just need to put 3 little pulse lasers in one of them.
Oh, so you could just green stuff one of the SRM racks and put the little pulse lasers in instead.
I guess that's what I'm going to have to do. But at least it's got the SRM6 pods instead of the LRM 20 pods. Yeah. I'll take
Denham's
that.
Dream almost finally comes true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very dirty variant. 2 large pulse lasers.
Oh, so dirty.
2 ER medium.
2 ER mediums, 2 streaks, and then your regular
and jump jets.
Oh yeah, it's got jump jets. I always forget the regular variant doesn't have jump jets, so it's that's not bad. And then you're like, but wait.
Yeah, you like the Timberwolf, but what about Gundam Tech Timberwolf?
I'm down with it. I will use the TC variant for sure.
Yeah, 2900 BV on 4.5. Yeah, it's an expensive one.
29. There's direwolves that are cheaper
now
than that,
this is going to be like the Wolfhound 2C, correct? So it's one of those posable, all the different parts type thing. Is that?
So they haven't announced what extra bits coming that like they haven't said if you can like if it might have a variant arms.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Give me 5 minutes.
I'll be in my bunk. They haven't said anything like that. I don't know if we're getting like spare legs. The only thing I could see with the Macat is maybe new arms. Like that would be the
Not to get ahead of anything. Do you think maybe it would come with like jumping legs?
Ooh,
Since it does have jump jets.
Maybe. I guess it would have a re-sculpted torso with jump jet vents on it, probably.
Because a jumping pose of the TC option would be cool.
You're right. That would be a lot cooler than the things I was thinking about saying. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, the picture they put up puts it in a very like mobile, agile running pose. Like, so I'm expecting maybe 2 sets of legs for running or something. If they do jumping, that'd be insane. If they did, because then they'd probably put smoke in or
include a cotton ball in every pouch.
Yeah. I don't know how they would do that, but at least it would be much more easy to green stuff that you just have like streaks of smoke coming down.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that'll be, like I said, Monster Fight Club. And that's June 2022. So start saving, folks. I'm hoping $25 again for this one.
Well, the Wolfhound was what, 15?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I bet it's going to be another $15 one.
Everyone save that audio. Like transcript right there. Let's see if Denham was right. I'm thinking maybe 20. All right, but no, that's cool. We're getting new plastic. Like this is a fast turnaround cycle, and that's all I'm excited about because Wolfhound was only like a couple episodes, so a couple months ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Next. Hey, guess what? BattleTech Tactical Companion app. Oh my gosh. Updates continue. Now primarily focused on increasing content. This spring include all record sheets of the Clan Invasion Kickstarter. This summer we'll see all Wave 2 record sheets included.
Is it still iOS exclusive?
They have not said anything about that yet. They say it's going to be tablet exclusive. So no computer program, no iPhone or no phones.
I wonder if that's more a legal issue. Like, I wonder if Catalyst can get the rights for an app like that.
What do you want to know the weirdness about Catalyst and their rights to BattleTech?
I do, but I also really don't. So give it to me.
Topps owns, well, whoever owns Topps now owns the rights.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Owns the rights to board game related material. Microsoft owns rights to any video game related material. Disney owns the rights to any movie or TV show related material.
Really? Disney?
Yes, it does.
My Black Knight's a Disney princess, people.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess that does make Natasha Kerensky a Disney princess.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes.
Anyway, there are, under the Microsoft rights, they do allow game aids, but the definition of a game aid is very loose, and it's really up to Microsoft what they will or will not pursue legally. So that's why things like Megamech cannot be official products.
Right.
Because that definitely crosses the line. There's an app already out there called Flex. It's a fantastic app. They are trying to find out if that crosses the line or not. Like if it does too many things to be considered a game aid. So until that is more strictly defined, there's a lot of stuff that they want to do with the app that Microsoft has just told them that they cannot do. Keep you updated as we learn more.
Like I said, I think the app is being held back by what they can do. And it really hurts because I think everyone wants to see something like Battle Scribe or, X-Wing.
Have any of you guys used it?
I was on the first beta test or alpha test for it.
Okay.
I mean, it's basically PDF markup sheet type thing, where you load in a record sheet.
You can mark it up.
You can mark it up.
Okay.
You can load in, a lance of them and easily flip back through the tabs so you can organize your forces. But they don't have, at least they didn't have any way to bring in custom mechs at the time that I did the testing, and I haven't heard anything about that. In fact, they're only going to have the first wave of record sheets when it's released this year, with more of them coming out later in the year.
Yeah, I wonder if that is also because these are games like Clan Invasion, Game of Armored Combat, stuff like that. Essentially, if the app is directly towards those models, then they can count it much more easily as a game aid, not a app.
Well, on an interesting note, it will be probably the easiest way to get record sheets to people because, once again, Megamech is not an official product. So Catalyst doesn't have any official products to get record sheets, massive amounts of record sheets. You can download a lot of the packs off of their website for free. But other than that, you have to, like any of the older ones, you have to buy them in the record sheet books. So I don't know how that works either.
All right, so let's move on from the app because we could wax poetic about that guy.
Right.
All right, we got a new Ill Clan era source book. Denham, so what's in this third Ill Clan era source book?
We've got Wolf Clan, we got the Wolf Dragoons, we've got Merrick, we've got Sea Fox and Spirit Cats.
Yeah, because Sea Fox and Spirit Cats they're kind of in the Free Worlds League area at this point in the
good
timeline,
old
right?
Clan Protectorate.
Yep. Yeah, this has got it's got like two of my main factions at this point, I guess. Anyways, yeah, so I'm hyped on this one.
Yeah, and this covers a mid 3151, 3151 to mid 3152.
But yeah, so we get a full historical summary of events in that region of space, personality, unique unit profiles of key players, some for the first time. So I, for one, am happy to see some new lore and some new like names I can start throwing out. Like this is X person's mech, so that'll be quite enjoyable for me.
Yeah, because it's got your boys in it too.
Yeah, it's also like okay, we've been talking about the wolves and falcons and Terra for like a long time. Like what else is going on?
Way too long.
So this is good. I like it.
I like that we mentioned all the novels beforehand because source books I like for looking information up that I already know about and I just want it all in one location. But I like learning about what's going on through the novels. So my preference is to read all the novels and then buy the source books to have as reference material.
It's a race. How much can Denham read?
Not enough. The spoilers are out there already. They're all over the place.
Can't escape them, Captain.
But that's not going to stop me from reading the novels.
All right, we got what next? We have TAC Ops reprints with new covers. So they're reprinting the current tactical operations
with all the errata.
These are your venerable tomes of eccentric but canon BattleTech rules.
Right, the advanced rules and then the advanced units and equipment, which we've referenced a few times on like the ammo episode.
And these are the tomes in which you find these things.
Yeah, they have the rules like bracing, crouching.
What?
All kinds of stuff. Sprinting's in here.
Weather effects and all of that good stuff.
Oh, yes.
But so these aren't anything new. No errata even. Like it's just literally reprints with new covers. So it can match your
specifically mercenary themed covers.
Okay. I wondered that.
Yes.
That's summer 2022. But
yes.
I guess no reason to wait for those if you're trying to get the book. Just trying to get the art, I guess. All right, we got wait, someone wrote Counterpacks Battle Force here. Like who wrote that? Who plays Battle Force? Huh?
Oh, yeah. No, I put it there because I have played No, remember, I own Battle Force. I have read the rules to Battle Force. I never found anyone to play Battle Force with me.
Okay, so actually, I don't want to know. Never mind. I was like, give me the bird's eye view of, but
wait, the bird's eye view is literally the inner sphere. Yeah. It's where one unit, I'm doing that in air quotes, one unit equals a lance. So you've got a token that represents a medium lance or an assault lance. And so you play a very strategic, like it's another level or two out from Alpha Strike. So you just take Alpha Strike and you zoom out way more. And that whole Alpha Strike map is like 2 or 3 tokens per side.
Okay. So that's Battle Force. Get in touch with Denham if you were excited to play it.
Yeah.
We'll ship Denham to your house where he can teach you how to play Battle Force. So everyone's looking at the Battle Force part, but I'm seeing supersized Intersphere at War map in the 2786 and the 3025 eras.
Double-sided, so 2786 is one side, 3025 is the other.
Yeah, that's a big map. Like, I'm looking at it. That is quite big.
So you need a really big screen press to flatten that map.
You do it by parts, Dustin. You do it in parts.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. One bit at a time. 3025, 2786. I mean, maybe I'll get some hate mail for this, but yawn. Let's move on. You already know what happens to 3025.
I'll agree. It would be cooler if it was like 3025 and then 3151.
Yeah.
But there's already so many maps that you can find that are 31.
Then you can play Battle Force, modern Battle Force.
Bro, there are more that are 3025 than there are 3150.
I don't think that's the playable map that you play on. That's
it looks
just...
like it has hexes. It has hexes on it. Look at it.
No. That's two maps that form a large strategic Battle Force map. Laminated on the backside can be used to create your worlds. I think.
Nope. Look at it. Look.
I'm looking.
You got the Terra map. You got the thing under the Terra map. You got the Battle Force tokens to the right, and then on behind that, you got the map, and it's hexes all the way down.
Oh man, that would be weird. I'll buy it. I'll give you a review.
Tell me I'm wrong, Denham.
You are correct. You see hexes. I have seen maps that are like poster maps that have hexes as well. So, like look at the size of the punch outs on the back of the box compared to the hexes on that map.
I feel like those hexes...
They tell me that it's not to scale, because it's not.
It's not to scale.
I'm going to buy it. So, second quarter, 2022, I'll have it, and I will give you a review, and I'll let you know.
All right, we got a new, more paper. Man, what? Technical Readout Dark Age? Oh, so wait, why are we...
Technical Readout Dark Age?
Hold on. So, we just went Clan back to 3025, and now we're going to Technical Readout Dark Age.
Only 20 years too late.
The year is 2003. WizKids just purchased the rights.
Hey, better late than never.
The Jihad never happens. It's Dark Age time.
Well, that's just it. The Jihad book, the Jihad book came out last year, I guess.
Something like that.
Yeah, so they've come out with the Succession Wars, which they came out with right when the Game of Armored Combat came out. And then they came out with the Clan Invasion and the Golden Century and the Jihad books of this particular series. So now it's Dark Age, so it is right in line.
I don't like that they're abbreviated, but it's what we got. You know, if you want the unabbreviated versions, you can get the PDFs. You can read 3085, 3060, the other Dark Age TROs.
Well, this one contains of the BattleTech Dark Age TRO contains things from TR 3075, 3085. It's supplementals, the technical readout 3145, the irregulars, the prototypes, and a few others.
Yeah, so you get an abridged version of all of those.
Yeah, I've got no stake in this, technical readout.
Oh my goodness, I love technical readouts. I will buy them all, like physical copies of them all.
Especially a Dark Age one.
Before I was doing book club, I would lay down in bed and thumb through TROs, physical copies.
Okay.
They're fun, but they're also, they're okay. With the digital era, it's just, that's PDFs and well, they're...
Yeah, I think that's my thing. It's like, okay, we spent resources to print this. I'm like...
I still like Dead Tree format for most things that I'm actually reading, except for these, because more often than not, they're references for, what you're running in a game. So I do use the PDFs a lot for that purpose.
Well, you know that my reason is because when the game came out,
that's how you got it.
That was, we didn't have a Sarna. We didn't have, Mega Mech. You want to know about the new mechs? You started with 16 mechs. This is how we got more, was from these books. So when I see a new one, even if it's one that I used to have, I buy it because that's how I learned about the mechs. And so it's a format that I'm used to seeing. I like it.
Fair.
I like reading the fluff. Bookmark my favorites. If anyone has any originals of 3025, 3026, or 3050, send them my way.
Shout out.
Yeah.
P.O. Box.
Oh, just send me a DM. I will respond favorably.
That's enough for dead paper right now. I think this is probably the big release of 2022. Yeah. I'm calling it. This is the 2022 box set. But yeah, we've got BattleTech Alpha Strike, the box set. Check it. 13 high quality, fully assembled miniatures.
We have several new redesigned miniatures. We do have the Wraith and the Pouncer, and we have 7 all new variants in new poses. Which ones those are? We don't know exactly, though I think there's a lot of rumors due to what we see on the front of the box. Correct, Josh?
Yeah, so from my and a couple other listeners' eyes, we've got a Firemoth, Timberwolf, Pouncer, and Warhawk on the clan side, and then a Wasp, Valkyrie, Locust, Atlas, Wraith, Warhammer, and Archer, and something else that we're kind of assuming to be a Blackjack.
Yeah, this box set will contain 5 clan mechs and 8 inner sphere mechs.
Oh, we just don't know the 5th clan mech. It is unseen on the cover.
I mean, I can only see 4.
Okay.
That's the problem. I see the Pouncer, I see the Warhawk, I see the Mad Cat. Unless there's elementals in there?
It has been said that it's 5, that the 13 mechs are 8 inner sphere and 5 clan.
That would make sense to the classic Star versus
2 lances.
2 lances. Yeah.
I was like, because if they put 4 clan mechs in there, somebody didn't listen to Bashalan on a budget.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm looking at it. There's 4 yellows and there's like 8 greens, and I can't tell.
One might be on the side of the box. You know how they do that with wraparound art?
Yeah.
I'm looking. I'm squeezing my eyes. Yeah, I got nothing.
So we got a Wraith. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then a Pouncer. Also cool. That's what, the predecessor to the Adder, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
The worst cougar.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't disagree more. But
look at me, brother.
I feel like the cougar's the one that's confused, not the Adder.
Ooh, that hurts. That hurts. But yeah, so we're getting a 32-page like mini rulebook, which I think is excellent for getting people into BattleTech in general.
Yeah, because this is better than the quick start rules, which does have some gaps in it.
Oh, as 2 people that literally like had to teach themselves from scratch how to play Alpha Strike, the quick start rules, acceptable but dated.
Yes, they don't cut it. They changed things. Things. Wait.
Yeah, they were not great. So getting into actual Alpha Strike was actually more difficult from that perspective. Yeah. So this will be great if that rulebook's updated, kind of like reduced for only mech combat for Alpha Strike.
Yeah, the little abbreviated versions that they send in the box sets are great for introducing people. It's just good. Alpha Strike in a box.
I mean, I still carry the Game of Armored Combat one with me in my bag just because it's a faster way to get to the rules that you want than it is flipping through the Battle Mech manual sometimes.
There you go. That's true. Less pages, less time.
All right. So we also have in that box the little novella, which they always like to throw in, another universe primer, Alpha Strike cards, pilot cards. Guess what, everyone? 25 battlefield support cards.
Oh. Yeah.
Ooh.
Tell me that they aren't pushing these hard.
Well, I hope so. They're good.
They are. I just think like this is going to start to become something that's going to be seen in like actual just pickup games. Like, all right, here's 5,000 BEV and X number of battlefield support.
Yeah, like 20 or 12, even 12. It makes it for a more interesting game. I'm a huge fan of the battlefield support points. I can't wait for them to reprint the card packs because they left out the heavy airstrike accidentally. They even said, "Oops."
Whoops.
Well, we'll can put those in the next one.
How do you leave out heavy airstrike?
I know. It's like one of the most used ones.
You telling me they don't have A10 Warthogs in 3150? But yeah, so also one of the coolest things about this box set is we have, guess what, not just heavy stock reference sheets, which I would hope we would have reference sheets. But that'll be great for having Alpha Strike. We have punch boards of trees and game counters,
nice.
9 small fold-up cardboard buildings, and 6 medium fold-up cardboard buildings.
I admit,
really?
I skimmed, like my eyes did not see those last time. This is the first time I'm seeing those. I am very excited.
That's why we're breaking this news down piece by piece.
That's right. I like how it says 1 heavy stock reference sheets, because the original Game of Armored Combat said on the box it had 2, and it only came with 1. So they're still copy pasting, I see, because they changed the 2 into a 1, and it still says sheets, just like on the new prints of the A Game of Armored Combat. So stop copy pasting. Just write the stuff again.
No. As someone who's still copying their show notes from episode 1, every mistake carries through.
It does, just like many Microsoft OS.
But we've got cardboard terrain pop-up. Like, we're pop-up people now.
Buildings.
Like what is that, Infinity? Or Drop? It's Drop Zone Commander.
Drop Zone.
We're pop-up. We're pop-up people now, boys.
I'm still 3D printing my stuff. But that's okay. They have them. I can unfold them and put them in a box and take them with me. I'm excited. Anything portable like this, I am very excited about.
I want every only Classic player to still buy this, just so we have literal, official 3D terrain for BattleTech.
I'll buy 2.
I mean, it's pretty sweet.
You know,
it is sweet. I'll be getting one.
Harkening back to the portability episode, sometimes you don't want to bring that stuff. Sometimes you want to add a little flavor to your map sheet.
It's exciting.
Very exciting.
So yeah, that'll be great. Like, I love it. I'm trying to think. Okay, no mat or anything included. Just dice and.
Because you don't need the mat. The mat is super handy and super useful, but it is not required. Now, will they be selling them? They already do. They sell Hexless Alpha Strike battle mats. So
they do.
Yeah.
Hexless. Wow.
I'm just a little surprised, you know. No map sheets even. Like, nothing. But
listen, son, you put those 3D buildings on your dinner table and you'd be happy about it.
They do. They advertise it that way. You can set up a battlefield anywhere.
Or the the bridge and stuff in the back. See, I was expecting this nice black and blue terrain with red trees. I was like, that's gonna look nice on my table. Heartbroken. But anyways, let's move on. All right, so after a box set, how do you build up from that? Oh my god, you go to more box sets.
Yay.
Not 1, not 2, not even 3 or 4. If you go all the way down, you've got 5 Mercenary Lance Packs, people. It's the year of the Mercenary.
I am so amazingly excited about all of this.
So we've got the Eridani Light Horse, which I'm going to have to cut this because we recorded some news and we were joking they would never come out with Eridani Light Horse to the detriment of like one specific listener. Hansen's Rough Riders. A little surprising, but cool to see them here. Northwind Highlanders, we finally got confirmation for them.
Yep.
Kellhounds, and then everyone's favorite, the Grey Death Legion.
No, I think it's just my favorite. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I like them a lot.
So we got 5 mercenary packs. Let's go. We're going to spend a little time on each one.
All right.
So let's start on Eridani Light Horse. So we see in this a Banshee, a Repose Banshee, a new variant of the Cyclops, a Jumping Thunderbolt, and a Sagittaire.
You hear that, Kurt? They got a Sagittaire.
So this one's like great looking. Like, what are your guys' opinions on this one?
New is always great for me. I am very much of a fan of the Thunder Bunny, which is the Thunderbolt that they take the anti-infantry weapons out and put in jump jets.
Oh yeah, it's great.
And so now I will have a plastic model of that.
Yeah, it's like the only Thunderbolt variant I run. It's the 464 one.
If I'm going against Combined Arms, I will bring the original Thunderbolt because I like that anti-infantry. But most of the time, I go with the Thunder Bunny.
Okay.
I mean, it is literally the Eridani Light Horse's custom variant.
It is.
So, not included, it would have been a little heartbreaking.
It would have been so sad. So,
this is a theme we're going to see for a lot is jumping mechs. So, what do we think about those smoke trails in the back? Like,
I think they're easy to paint. I almost wish that they didn't put them at all. They just had it up and then we could put our own smoke in. I would probably prefer it.
Like a smoke piece that was included in the box, like
or
here.
Yeah, or not. Or just, just like the antenna, you have to supply your own antenna, supply your own cotton balls. Make your own smoke.
I'm gonna answer a question that Josh didn't ask and say that I just still wish they came on the sprue. So I could do it whatever way I want.
I feel like the smoke ones are more sprue required. But I mean, 25% of a box set, I mean, we already have Thunderbolts, so having a jumping one isn't the worst thing. Like, I'm not gonna hate this. I'm just gonna be like, this doesn't like enthuse me for jumping Thunderbolt model.
My backlog of unpainted mechs is dampening my excitement. I would be more excited about all of this. Whew, but boy, I got a lot of. I see you in a bedroom with a paintbrush and a lot of unpainted minis. Jesus,
that's a lot of painted minis.
Josh is going to buy the Lance pack, but then accidentally leave it on Huntress and forget about it.
Oh, buddy, it hurts. I'll be honest and say I'll probably pass up a couple of these.
Of course,
there are winners, there are losers to me.
I can't, Josh.
I know. The collector / hoarder.
I know. I got to get them all.
What? The secondary market for some of these sculpts. Yeah.
Am I more excited about some than others? Yeah. But the ELH, I'm excited about. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So yeah, like I said, we're getting the new Sagittaire. That looks pretty cool, actually.
Body with gun, lots of gun attached.
Walking gun with legs. I like it.
It's heavy, right? 95 tons or something. Big boy.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah. What do we think about the list composition or the mech composition of the box? Good, bad,
bit heavy,
fluffy, competitive,
bit heavy. You know, it'll go good against 2, maybe 3 clan mechs, maybe 2.5 clan mechs.
Yeah, that's a heavy lance.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to theme these, so it's ELH. Very themed. Good stuff.
What is that called? The ELH what? The ELH Hunter Lance. So they're a Hunter Lance. They're all heavy and assault mechs.
They're hunting.
They don't move super fast. So what are they hunting? Something slow, something big and slow. That's what they're hunting.
Just remember, they're not striking hunters. They're endurance hunters. They just keep going slowly, and they outrun you until you collapse.
They're like zombies.
Yeah. So the Aerodani Light Horse pack will be a Barnes & Noble exclusive for the interim.
Initially, yes.
Okay.
And that's fall 2022. And all of these packs have a different exclusivity.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So
out of the 5, there's 4 different ones.
Yeah. So how do we feel about timed exclusivity for Lance packs?
Don't care because well, I mean, not only do I not care, it's not like it's only good for our hobby because the reason why they're exclusive is because Barnes & Noble is paying for the sculpts, which is super expensive. They're paying for a lot of the upfront money, and therefore they get to sell it first for a little while. And it's not if it were a permanent exclusivity, I would have a bigger problem. But timed exclusivities for the reason of funding stuff, I'm way okay with that because Catalyst is not a big company. It is a small company, and any help they can get in that sort of way is a good thing.
I will say the exclusivity for like the Clan Invasion and Wolf's Dragoons boxes, not as long as I honestly thought. What are we talking, like 6 months?
Not bad.
Yeah, it was not. That was not that bad. So I'm not a super fan. Like, I'll be completely honest, I'm not a super fan of this. But if this is how we get more Lance packs, then it's an acceptable, way to do it.
I mean, obviously, the Wolf Dragoons was popular enough that we've got 5 more coming.
Yeah,
it worked.
Yeah, the test box set sold extremely well. Barnes & Noble extremely pleased. Yeah. Yes, we would love more BattleTech players coming in and just buying our entire stock in one day. Holy crap, that ran out fast.
Yeah.
All right. So like I said, moving on, we got Hanson Rough Riders pack, and that is an exclusive to Alliance game distribution.
A lot of people don't know who Alliance or ACD are. They're the people that send your local friendly gaming store stuff.
Okay.
So Alliance covers like the Ruby board game, the BattleTech board game, just a bunch of stuff, a bunch of different games.
So this is a distributor exclusive, so you're going to see it at your local game store? Question mark?
Certain
local gaming stores that have Alliance.
Okay.
The local gaming stores can have more than one distributor.
Uh-huh.
Like my local friendly gaming store has both Alliance and connections to ACD, so they will have both of those. Okay. We haven't gotten to that one yet.
All right.
So in the Hanson Rough Riders pack, we've got a Repost Atlas, a new variant of the Enforcer, a Jumping Hatchetman, and the Penetrator.
All right, this is the Battle Lance. Now, Hanson Rough Riders, I know of them through reading. They're not one of my favorite mercenary units. I'm excited about all of these mechs.
What variant of the Enforcer?
The new variant. They don't say.
Is it okay? But it's an Enforcer, right? So it's just gun, arm. I don't know. Anyways, I'm interested to see what the new Enforcer variant is.
So we really only have, I want to say, 2 variants of the Enforcer that it could be. The 5D, which is the,
upgraded one.
Upgraded one that's LB10.
ER large, right?
ER large. And yeah, so I don't think it would be that one.
It just looks like a repose, really.
Yeah, it looks more repos, but then we have the 5R with another LB10.
Mm-hmm.
And then a large re-engineered laser.
That might be it, because it looks like there's maybe a laser in its chest. Is it CT? I don't know.
Do we know for sure if these are all final art on these pictures that they posted on the website?
They're renders.
Or some of these could be placeholder art.
I doubt it. I really doubt it.
I'm a tiny bit sad that the jumping Hatchetman's hatchet is not raised for striking. That it is like down.
All the mechs, the Hatchetman is the easiest one to just snip, glue.
Yeah,
move.
I will be doing that for sure.
What about the Penetrator?
I've never run this mech. I don't even really know what it's like. I see lasers. He's got 3 on each side torso, and then arm lasers. Heavy mech? Question mark? What is this thing?
2 ER large, 6 medium pulse, and an AMS for
fascinating.
But this is 3053, so this is we move in the timeline, and it's got a good couple like snub nose PPC and AES for the and reflective. Yeah, so it gets some weird versions,
some fun stuff. All right,
I like some of those PPCs.
And this Atlas looks like an AS7D. And he's doing Atlas thing. He's got his shoulders out there. His fists are up. They say it's a repose. It looks about the same, but that's okay.
Everybody needs more. The torso twisted the other way. I've painted an Atlas. that is all I can tell. But I actually like this pose better. Like I was not buying the Atlas because I didn't like the pose. This is the correct pose for me for an Atlas.
There you go.
All right. So yeah, that's the Handsome Rough Rider pack. I don't want to say less exciting than the Eridani, just a little different.
I like jumping. I like having the options to have jumping mechs for mini. Like if there was a mini that didn't have a non-jumping version, I'd have a problem. Mm. But for mechs that I jump a lot with, I like having jumping poses, even if it's just for me to swap them out when I'm jumping because I'm crazy that way.
You know how I just said like these are probably the real mechs. We then get to the next one, which is the Northwind Highlanders pack.
Well, there's no Vindicator. I am sad.
So for this one says image not final.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
Oh.
It does. It does.
So maybe
this is what reading comprehension does, folks.
Well, here's a reason for it is that it does say there is a new Highlander in there.
Okay.
Like we anybody coming out with the Northwind Highlanders pack, we would have assumed that there would be a Highlander in there. It's jumping. Now, the one on the picture is not jumping. That's the old one. So they do not have a picture of the jumping one yet.
Okay.
But it's going to be a jumping variant of the Highlander.
Oh, the new Gunslinger is going to be in it. It says so right there.
It does.
That's cool.
If you're a Patreon on
that's what I was thinking.
Site,
I have seen.
You would have seen the Gunslinger.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, Gunslinger, Highlander, Grasshopper, Warhammer. No Vindicator. Where's my Vindicator?
I like how they use the Atlas in place of it, but
yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, we're going to get a jumping Highlander, new variant of the Grasshopper, new variant of the Warhammer. So
paint up 2 Highlanders, one for when you're doing the Highlander burial. Switch it out on the table real quick. Now I'm jumping.
Yep. It's a scary thing when you're playing against someone and you move your Highlander over next to them and you swap it out for the jumping one because you're like, yeah, this is happening.
I'm committed to it now. So that one's exclusive to ACD distribution. So talk to your local game store to see who's their supplier of the plastic crack we all love. But yeah, no, I like this. This is also a heavy and assault. I mean, they literally call it the Northwind Highlanders Command Lance, so it's the big boys.
A lot of these packs are heavy.
All right, let's move on. Next, we got the Kellhounds pack, because everyone loves Kellhounds. And that is exclusive to the Catalyst Game Labs web store. I think this will be the easiest one for them to track who is buying off their website and who's desperate to get it. So what do we have in here? We've got a Night Sky, a Wolfhound, a Griffin, and a Crusader.
Jumpy boy.
Yes.
Jumpy boy, Hatchet boy. Oh yeah, jumping Crusader.
Is this how we get access to the Griffin without buying?
It looks like it.
It looks like it.
There you go.
And this looks like it's got an LRM 20 on it.
Yeah, it's got a different.
That's a lot of
it's got
dots.
a different sculpt. Yeah.
And this is the regular Wolfhound, not the 2C.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a repose of the other, because this is only the third Wolfhound.
So this is not a 2C?
Nope.
No, this is not the 2C. So
regular.
we've got a regular Wolfhound.
All right.
We've got this reposed Wolfhound, and then we've got a Wolfhound 2C available only on Catalyst's web store.
Okay. All right.
I'm a big fan of that Night Sky.
Yeah, I like the Night Sky. I do.
Have you put it on the table?
I put one on the table in the past for sure, but not since.
But yeah, so for $30, I feel like 4 mechs is not a bad deal.
I mean, these things are still...
even these 4, like these are like lighter, medium, and a heavy. So yeah, it's chill. I like it. All right, let's move on to the one no one here really wants. That is the Grey Death Legion box set, and that, scrolling down, it will be the last one, and that one's not coming out with the rest of them. Like, I just have to let everyone know the first 4 we mentioned are all fall 2022. The Great Death Legion Force Pack will be spring 2023. So we got to wait a whole year, folks.
They make me wait.
And in that, also the Great Death Legion will be another Barnes & Noble exclusive box set.
I'm forgetting the Carlisle's grandson, but we got his Gargoyle C there with the UAC 20 and the 6 medium lasers. That's cool.
Yeah. So we got
new sculpt,
or new variant of the Gargoyle, new variant of a Catapult.
It's the K2 variant, an official K2 variant of the Catapult.
People have been waiting for years. Some even say decades.
A jumping ShadowHawk for their jumping mech.
Yay!
And then the brand new, the Piece de la Resistance, the Regent, the newest Ill Clan mech of them all here.
We're getting a plastic Ill Clan mech?
A plastic Ill Clan mech.
That's the first, right?
That's the Pope's Assault mech, sir.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that will be the first plastic Ill Clan mech to come out.
Nice.
And we have to wait a year.
That's okay.
Is it?
I'm buying 3 of them.
For the Pope's Holy Crusade?
I mean, for jumping ShadowHawks. But yes.
Denham's like, what? The Regent? I'm going to be selling those.
No, I don't sell any of them. But the catapults, I want my Karita catapult variants. I want my jumping ShadowHawks. I only really want one of the new gargoyles, but a couple Regents would be very fun. I like the mech. It's nice. It's in volume 21 of the Ill Clan Rec Guides.
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
Something like that. It's the Hopped Man plus the Awesome. If they had a baby and, that baby found religion.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think this one will probably be, if you just had to on a general basis, is probably the hottest of the box sets, just from K2 Catapult, Jumping ShadowHawk, and a brand new Ill Clan mech.
And people who don't like the Gargoyle like the Gargoyle C. So
everyone understands the Gargoyle is a cheap mech. It's Bachallan on a budget, personified.
Well, the Prime is, but the C is proper assault mech brawling, and its price reflects that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hyped on that Ill Clan era plastic sculpt.
Yeah.
More, please. Hermit Crab now, please.
All right. So looking at all these, we've got 1 jumping mech per lance. We've got 5, so we can have a star of all jumping mechs.
Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, right. PS 15 Alpha Strike, that's like a half an inch of disadvantage on your side. I just need you to account for that. So we got a lot of reposes and 1 new mech and 1 new jumping mech per box set. Overall, happy? Are we happy? Not happy?
I'm very happy. Very, very happy. I know a lot of people don't like their jumping poses. I've seen a few posts where people don't like that. I don't care because they're already non-jumping poses of all of these. So
pound sand.
Yeah, just too bad. I like them, and that's what matters to me.
If more of my mechs were painted, I'd be very excited. This causes a little bit of existential dread.
You have
You got
yeah,
months.
you've got like 6-7 months until these Lance packs, and then a whole year until the Gray Death one.
I've got like maybe 40 unpainted mechs.
That's nothing. That's nothing. We can do this. But yeah, so we got new plastic. Like new plastic is coming. All right, we've got. Let's take a break from plastic because we've all got a lot of. We got a lot of OD from plastic. Let's cleanse. We have Dominions Divided. So yeah, so this is going to be the new BattleTech source book, and this will have the rest of the details for the events within the Federated Suns, Draconis Combine, Razzlehog Dominion, and that'll be from 3151 to mid 3152, which was, I think we're calling modern era 3152. So that'll be coming out winter at the end of the year. So yeah, we'll have a full knowledge of what's happening in the inner sphere by then.
If everything stays on track.
Does that make us feel good?
Yeah, because I will have finished all the novels by then. So the source books, I'll have those.
All right. For everyone who's just getting into BattleTech, we'll have BattleTech Universe. Literally just a highlights of the major moments. So this is just the Spark Notes for everything for the last.
They continue to create products that bring people into the 37-year now history of this game, which is important. I wish I had this when I started.
As I recall, whenever they do these, they release them as PDFs, if it's free PDFs, as I recall.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I think if you go
this
on...
This doesn't have book art, I'll say that. This is just picture art. So...
Yeah, if you go on to the BattleTech website, you can find things like this that bring you up to date with earlier eras, and they're just download and read. Don't quote me on that for this because it doesn't give enough information. It doesn't say how long it is. There's no pricing next to it, but I would assume that this would be cheap and or free.
Nah, this is good stuff.
I think this is the thing where you like if you're buying someone a box set of a game of Armored Combat in winter or for Christmas, just to splurge a little bit, give them the BattleTech universe. Then they can pick their faction. They can pick what they like. Their like leaders, if they want to run like, this is my personal Lance with this superstar Hans Davian. I don't know.
Oh, Hans.
Well, as long as they're picking their faction, what else is coming out that might help with that?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe these like force manuals. What are force manuals?
What are force manuals?
Oh no, they're codexes for.
They really are.
Yep,
tech factions.
Literally, 40K has entered the chat.
Now these have already been started under the name combat manuals, but they are going to do a complete reboot of these. They're going to revamp and reprint the two that they've already done, which was Karita and Mercenaries, and then they will be making Davian this year.
Now these
and the rest of them as time goes on.
If we're to take because I don't think they're completely reinventing the wheel here, but the old combat manual Karita and Mercenaries, they were catered towards Alpha Strike, didn't they?
Right. You could still do a lot of this stuff in Total Warfare, but it had a lot of like Alpha Strike force building hints and faction
specific
things.
Stuff. Yeah.
Right. And abilities. Like if these mechs are together, your Alpha Strike Lance gets this special ability.
Which if I were playing more Alpha Strike games back to back to back to back, like that would be a great way to add that. Because I can see it getting stale, right? You just like off the master unit list using the same rules that everybody gets access to. Alpha Strike, if you're doing it a lot, I could see that it could definitely benefit from this expanded palette.
It also has, speaking of palette, it has a lot of camo spec type things for the faction that you're playing or that you're reading about in the back of the book. Like a lot of art, a lot of, here are all the companies of this faction.
Really?
I think in the Karita one, it has something like 40 different paint schemes in there that you can look at.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these will be great if you're wanting to like have a full collection.
Well, even if somebody says, I like Davian, tell me more about these. Well, here's your force manual about Davian.
Can we call them codexes just to make me happy?
I don't care.
I think they're going to be called codexes in the gaming stores.
Oh yeah.
But legally, no, Josh. I can't call them codexes.
Or GW gets in here and hits you with
not even for you.
Copyright strike. Excuse me, we own the word codex. You cannot use that word.
Yeah. Sorry, I just see unique battlefield abilities for each, and I'm like, faction specific rule book. Man, I wish I knew a word for that.
It is 100% a codex.
Yeah. Okay. No, that is an easy way to at least sell it to a newer player who wasn't around for combat manuals and now force manuals. So
yeah.
Wow, that is a lot of mercenary themed stuff. I mean, that's 5 mercenary force packs.
I wonder
why. New mercenary art on the covers of a lot of these new books that they're reprinting.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like they're foreshadowing something.
Man, I wish I had something to do with all these sea bills I have laying around, and my neighbor's got a whole planet I wish I could buy, but I can't buy it. I want to take it. I just want to pay people to take it. What am I gonna do?
You need plausible deniability.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, for a few of those sea bills, you can hire me, and I will go take care of that because I have this group of people over here willing to do anything for a bit of money.
For money.
Yeah.
I'll do it for money.
So yeah, what's the big final news of all this?
Yes, sir. We have a brand new Kickstarter.
Kickstarter number 3. And
obviously it's for mercenaries.
Yeah, so this is going to be a mercenary themed one. What does the mercenary theme mean? I don't know. Oh, wait, they have it here, right here. 50 new plastic miniatures to your battlefields. Battle mechs for the first time ever. Plastic combat vehicles. That's right, everyone. Just because it doesn't walk on 2 legs doesn't mean it's not real.
I'm super excited about this.
Likewise.
Yeah. What they have said explicitly is the Firestarter, the Griffin 2C, the Ostrok, and the Kraken.
Oh, the Kraken.
Yeah, the Kraken. We did talk about that on Bacholin on a Budget. Briefly.
A lot of AC2s. Jesus, that's a lot of AC2s. But
My
yeah,
dream come true.
We got our first plastic Ost mech.
Nice.
They missed the Ost Scout. They missed the
perfect.
Ost War. We get to the Ost Rock.
So now that we've mentioned that there is going to be a Kickstarter and that they're going to have plastic miniatures, we can kind of infer, because typically they take the Scroggin line art and they put that on the covers. If we go back to BattleTech Universe and we zoom in, enhance, there's a Bulldog on there. And it looks good. I'm excited.
Is there a Bulldog on that art?
There it is, right next to the Kirita Atlas knee.
Hold on, let's do it. This confirm stuff.
Yeah, hold on. I'm sorry, you're looking at the
mentioned.
BattleTech Universe thing, not the Kickstarter. Okay,
no.
That's why.
I had to wait until we mentioned this.
But besides mechs, we have a confirmed Galleon light tank, SRM carrier, LRM carrier, and the Demolisher heavy tank for everyone who loves AC-20s. I'm looking right at you, Chandler, from On the Origins of BattleMechs podcast.
Call him out.
And a variety of mercenary themed stretch goals.
Yes.
Maybe dice that work. Maybe.
Yo, could I get some of those dice that work?
All right, Tustin. So we sent you on a mission to enhance, zoom, enhance again. And look at those sweet arts that all of this thing is smorgasborded right on our faces. So what are some of those scene renders and art that aren't listed there, which are rumors but probables?
Yeah, I see a Bulldog on the BattleTech Universe cover next to the Atlas's knee, and it looks swanky. There's a Shalone in the background. We already got that one. And I don't know what is exploding next to the Atlas's foot, but it looks like a vehicle.
I hope it's some sort of troop carrier, because we do need.
Yeah, it could be like a goblin or something, question mark.
It looks hovery.
It does. Let's see. I know from this, Scroggin's Patreon has, there's the Galleon. Nice.
Speaking of Scroggins, so yeah, we have all of these official ones. We know that Scroggins is in charge of a lot of other things. The things that he's had on his webpage for public to view.
Uh-huh.
Like there's plenty of other things that will probably be included in this mercenary Kickstarter box set. The list I see, it would be the Scorpion and Goliath. So it sounds like quads.
So we're getting quads and vehicles. What? What year is this?
Yeah. The Ost Scout and the Ostol.
Yep.
Those have both been done. The Cicada, Starslayer,
Oh,
Assassin.
Starslayer.
The Starslayer is on the
Devastator.
art for one of the books, so it's a
Yeah.
very likely.
Yep. The Locust 2C, the Vindicator,
Nice.
the Phoenix Hawk 2C.
Look at this Starslayer. Did they underp it?
And as of today, the Maxim hover tank.
Yeah.
And it looks nice. That's a nice little hover tank.
Oh, my backlog.
Does it hurt?
No, I finished paying off the credit card for the last Kickstarter. I'm ready for a new one.
It induces a little bit of stress. Must paint faster. Paint more.
All right. So too long, didn't listen. We got Kickstarter number 3 coming fall. We got 6 months, people.
I don't know if you guys have, but I've been asked why another Kickstarter? Like, hasn't Catalyst Game Labs made enough profit recently to just reinvest?
I can answer your question.
Yeah, but you've had that question, right? Because I see that question all the
I
time.
saw some angry Facebook post.
Aw. But why would you go to a bank for a loan that charges interest when you could raise the capital from your fan base for free? It doesn't even make sense to not do it. Like, come on, this is
Okay, and even aside from that, which is a very good point, aside from that, like, once again, Catalyst is not a big company. So when they go to print, like a print run for models, those things are expensive, and you have to pay all that money up front. So if you want a big production because you keep selling out, you need lots of money up front. And you don't get it back until you sell it all. And as we know from Kickstarters, that can be 2+ years after. Which means in the meantime, all the artists and writers and all those people don't get paid because all of your profits and money are in all those things that you just ordered. So doing a Kickstarter means that you can still pay your employees while you're waiting the 2 years for all this stuff to be made and sold.
All that being said, I will probably abstain from this one because of A, backlog, and B, backlog. So
you're telling me you can't get the rest of your 40 mechs done in 6 months?
I've got a ratio. I got my 60-20-20 ratio I got to keep up, which has come pre-assembled. So, at 60-40 at least. 60 painted, finished, 40%, somewhere in between.
I will say, even if there's just not models, I can't wait to see what are the stretch goals.
Hey, we got a lot of cool stuff out of the last Kickstarter. A lot of cool stuff. That the map tube that I bring with me to all my games that holds 2 battle mats, and it's got that container for dice and stuff that fits inside of it.
Purpose built.
I love that thing.
Yeah, so we got plenty to look forward to. Even if you're just pledging at like the low, just get a box or 2 of what you want. Rate perfect.
Yeah, I'm not going to go like the con level or anything like that. I'm going to go with whichever one gets me the most stuff at a reasonable level. That's what I'm going to go with. But I am definitely in, and I am supporting this Kickstarter. They have my money. I think they have my credit card number like on file.
Get your mail addresses updated, folks.
Yes.
All right. But yeah, so honestly, I feel like this is great that they're letting us know this far ahead so we can plan financially. We can get our backlogs to a manageable level and easier to persuade the significant others / your requisitions officer. Get all those forms.
Start doing the nice favors right now, people. Yeah.
So out of all this, like I said, they dropped all of this.
Yeah, they kind of just
They just literally vomited it up on our desk.
We were going to do an episode, and then the news-isode happened. Just the news segment was like going to be too big.
So that was us deep diving and looking through. What stood out to you, Denham? I want to know was there like one specific thing, like any specific wordings that like kind of tug at your brain cells?
I mean, like what I noticed first was jumping models, like that. Like all the packs had jumping models, so yay jumping. But obviously Kickstarter is a big thing.
Kickstarter before Great Death Legion, I'll say that.
I noticed Grey Death Legion before I noticed the words Kickstarter on that sheet, even though Grey Death is all the way at the bottom. That grabbed my attention really hard. So my top few things on here: Grey Death Legion, the whole Kickstarter, the Force manuals coming back. I'm very excited about that.
Codexes,
very excited.
Love it.
Codexes.
Yeah, I'm excited about the Mad Cat TC because I'm going to make a Timberwolf A out of it. I am not excited almost at all about the companion app.
Yeah,
that does not interest me at all. Tech readout Dark Age means more collection on my bookshelf. So yay collection, yay for novels. Keep writing, authors, keep writing.
Yeah. What about you, Dustin? Anything stand out to you? I mean, everything stood out to Denham right there, who just regurgitated the entire thing.
Two big things. Number one, the Atlas on this cover art has a hole blown through his shoulder, which is kind of neat. On a serious note, we all knew we were getting more battle mechs, more plastic battle mechs. This is BattleTech. We have battle mechs. This is the way. But yeah, I'd always wondered if we would ever get plastic vehicles. I am very excited about those. I like vehicles. They look cool. They look cool next to mechs, combined arms, and we're getting them. Yay. That's what I noticed. How about you?
I'm going to be weird.
Do it. Do it.
You're going to do the
Get
Alpha
weird
Strike
with
box,
us.
aren't you?
I'm going to say the Alpha Strike box.
No, that's good.
Good.
I mean,
it's important. I think they promised it a long time ago. They talked about it forever ago. Like years and years and years ago.
Yeah, Catalyst Dark Ages time. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And then it just never happened. I'm happy to see that they will. They are.
That is coffee, not water. Wrong mug. Sorry.
5 and 8 mechs. Like, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's your clan versus Intersphere. Like I'm not as excited about what's in the box, that more so than there is a box.
Yeah.
And it's all in one. I don't need anything else. That's the rule book I can take to when I play Alpha Strike.
This is my Alpha Strike Day box.
Exactly. Like, so everything's going to fit inside this box. That's awesome.
I mean, on a personal note, because I know that you like to carry things around in the box that you bought the things in.
My BattleTech goes in my BattleTech box, and it comes with me when I play BattleTech. I wonder why. But what's even better is fold-up cardboard buildings. I know it's so stupid. I know it's like everyone does though. Like, I have to give a shout out to 2500 kg M3 on the Discord and his beautiful 3D printed terrain. But man, am I excited for some cardboard pop-up terrain.
It means that everybody's going to have it, not just the few of us who are totally psycho who do it. Like, everybody's going to have 3D terrain on their BattleTech maps.
Where did you see this picture?
What picture?
Where's the terrain? You were talking.
We don't see it. It's just listed under, if you go to Alpha Strike box set all the way down to the bottom.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
When you're not a visual format, you stick.
Well, remember that was the part of the episode where I was on the wrong page.
That's
web
true.
Page where so I was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah. So like I said, 9 small, 6 medium, like that's a lot of good terrain. Like,
yeah, no.
We will get to see what they consider an official Alpha Strike box should look like.
And if we get large ones that are like stretch goal that you purchase separately, also awesome.
Ooh.
Large punch out buildings.
I'm down with it.
So good.
Why are you excited about this? I can't be the only person who's ever wanted to play Alpha Strike on the beach. It all fits in the box.
Do you think those punch boards? It says 2 punch boards of trees and game counters. Do you think they're 3D trees, like on the front of the box, like those red trees, but cardboard?
Could be cool.
Yeah, it's either that or it's kind of how I play, which is just like a long tree area thing.
Green blob.
Yeah, it's a pie plate. I feel like it's going to be 2 punch boards of pie plates.
I bet you are correct.
It's the best way to do it. You get the pie plate and a couple of trees, and you can scooch them around as your models move around inside them. Yeah, right. It's good.
Yeah, their starter rules have at the last couple pages are like the big blue blobs for lakes and the green blobs for trees, and then a couple streams. So I bet it's going to be punch outs of like that. Yeah,
but like I said, there's nothing on here I'm not excited about. Even like a little bit. Like, there's nothing here I hate, so I'm happy with everything.
Whoa.
I don't know. I could say Battle Force maybe. Like,
Then don't play it. No one else does.
All righty. I think on that note, I think it's time to call it a transmission.
Well, thank you, Josh. This was a good thing to talk.
Yeah, like I said, if you're just reading it, you might miss something. I
learned so much tonight.
Yeah. For those of you who can't read, we're here to
spoon feed it to your ears.
Yeah, I know the cool part is after all of the releases, Fortress Miniatures and Games and Ares Games and Miniatures will definitely be getting their share. So I will probably be picking up what I miss in the Kickstarter and all these box sets piecemeal to get them as a big bundle from those two guys. Because even though I might love all of this cardboard terrain, I definitely want some 3D terrain for those nice table days.
Thanks for stopping by and listening with us today. You can reach us on Facebook at the Mechbay Podcast. Send us your comments, your concerns, your questions, and your intelligence reports to the Mechbay Podcast at gmail.com. Once again, thanks for your support. Because of you, the whole crew is able to buy matching fuzzy dice for our comments.